All Walks, One Purpose, a dynamic and empowering lifestyle podcast that invites listeners into meaningful conversations about business, personal development, entertainment, faith, and everyday life. Hosted by two inspiring women, Jenn and Vanica. This podcast is dedicated to uplifting and motivating listeners all around the world. Welcome back. I'm Vanica.
And I'm Jenn.
The place where culture, creativity, faith, and real-life inspiration collide. Today we're sitting down with a true creator, visionary, and trailblazer, Elgin E-Mak McDonald. From his early days in Ennis to becoming the newest producer signed to the iconic Death Row Records, E-Mak's journey is one of resilience, evolution, and unstoppable drive. Get ready for a conversation filled with insight, passion, and the kind of growth that only comes from staying true to your purpose. This is Vanica once again, and let's get into it.
Hey, I like that. I'm going to take you with me everywhere I go.
Oh, my goodness. It's been a long time.
It has been.
I'm so excited to definitely have you here in the studio with us today. I can't
even remember the last time that I actually, other than social media,
right.
I know we all keep up with each other on social media.
It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute, but it's good though. You know,
yeah.
So we in the E.
In the big E-town.
Yeah, E, man.
We're rooted, and that's amazing. I think it's a pretty awesome, to continue to stay where we've, set roots at a little bit, and then explore out. I mean, obviously, I think sometimes we get away, but not too far away, right? We always know where home is at.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, did y'all go to school together?
I graduated in 2002. When did you graduate?
99.
99? Okay, yeah. 99. I remember. I was trying to piece it up together, and I was like, I think it was 99. It's been too long of a time. I was like, you would ask me closer to back then, and I was like, okay, I remember. Yeah, so for those meeting you for the first time, who is Elgin E-Mak McDonald?
Man, where to start? Man, to keep it just more simple, man, husband, father, creative, God-fearing, just a simple dude, man, who enjoys creating and, just living my life to the fullest, just honestly, just that's it in a nutshell, just keeping it as simple as possible. Like, I love creating in every way possible, so even though I no longer rap anymore or whatever, but just producing and making music and stuff like that. Plus I'm a big fan of the arts, and even like how y'all got it just real fly in here, so I just like just fly cool stuff, man.
It's a visionary through and through, with everything, so you just have to have the eye and ear.
Because it's it's everywhere, right? Like I'll tell y'all a funny story real quick. So I'm at home, my wife has the dishwasher going, and it hits like a certain, you probably know where I'm going. It hits a certain cycle, and I'm over there. I'm like, oh, that's a beat. Let me sample that real quick.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
serious.
Yeah.
I even called her. I'm like, hey, babe, come here, listen to this. And I'm like, do you hear it? And she's like, boy, get out of here.
I love it.
Yeah, or like, if I'm somewhere and I hear like a car alarm go off, and I'm like,
okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So
I always wanted that. I always wanted that ear to be able to hear things.
Yeah. So I say that to say, art is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Music is everywhere. It's literally everywhere.
That truly knows when you are meant for something. When you,
absolutely, 100%.
Like I'm meant for remixes in my own head. Everyone at the office will tell you, like, I have singing Tourette's. Like, just randomly it'll pop out, right?
Somebody will say something, and then she'll come out with the song that
she has a lyric for it.
Yeah, and then they said, oh my gosh, like all the songs. I said, no, I don't. I don't know all the songs. I only know little words, bits and pieces. I said, and then I said it's a remix, and then I'll be saying a remix to something that's not even the song, but I just heard the beat a certain way, and I'm like, oh, that sounded good.
So we got to figure out a way for you to how to hone in on that. You can get paid to do it.
Yes, I was like, oh my goodness, everyone would agree with you at the office.
Yeah. So I know that you moved, so early childhood.
Yeah,
give us a little bit of
early childhood.
E-Mak's early childhood.
Yeah. Okay, so. My parents are originally from Ennis. My brother and my sister as well. But what happened was one of my uncles, he got stationed in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And so when he got to Minnesota, he called my mom like yo, it's basically like, it's lit up here. You might want to come up here. So my mom and my dad, my brother and sister, they packed up, moved to Minnesota in 1980. That's when I came. So I'm not, technically I'm the only one that's from like born in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, stayed there till I was like 9 years old. Mom and dad split up. My mom says, "Hey, I'm moving back to Texas," and so that's how I ended up in Ennis. Yeah, ended up here. But while up there in Minnesota, like my Aunt Josie, she had like this crazy record collection, and she would only let like me and my brother like mess with them and stuff because she was very, very picky. You know how it was back in the day with vinyl, like you know, and don't be scratching my records. You know, her and my uncle, they had their names on. Like, these my records, these your records. You know what I'm saying?
Don't touch my
Don't
records.
touch mine. You know, and if we split up, I'm taking my record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's smart.
Yeah.
Not that we should think that.
No,
way,
you shouldn't
but-
think that. No, but you know that just shows you how serious it is with the music, right? So, but no, man, you know, she would just always let us like, you know, mess with her vinyl and stuff like that, and then from there, you know, I was like the kid sitting on the floor with the album cover bigger than me, like just big, and I'm reading and I'm looking at the artwork and stuff like that, and from there, like, you know, I ended up becoming like the kid who they would just call in there and be like, "Hey, do that dance," or "Hey," you know what I'm saying? So I would always kind of like entertain the family and stuff like that. So that's like the really early days of
So
getting.
you're more of the dancer, not necessarily the singer. Or
Right.
the...
Yeah. Dancing. That. You know, I'm studying, you know, all the videos, the crisscrosses, the MC Hammers, you name it.
I was just going to say, what was your...
You got to bring it back. You got to create the TikToks now. You know, you got
Yo,
to
you know
got to do it again.
You know what? We might. Well, I got a 20-year-old. No, I'm sorry. I got a 22-year-old daughter, so we might be able to do a little.
Yeah,
really?
you got to
You know what I'm
bring it
saying?
back.
I'm like thinking that they're still like...
Oh no.
Little, I know.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
How old are they?
22 and 20. Yeah. So I got a boy and a girl. That's it.
Wow.
I just had a boy, 25 now, made me a grandma.
What? Wow.
Yep, I'm officially a grandma.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was like the early, you know, early stages, you know, of coming in contact with music. And then you got to think, living up north, like things are a little more faster, right? So, you know, we're around, you know, BMX bike riding and graffiti and just this whole kind of, you know, fast hustle and bustle life. So when we moved here to Ennis, me and my brother, we just brought like a whole different energy here because Ennis is a little more slower, more laid back.
Oh, so slow. Sorry, Ennis.
You know, but so when we came, man, we just brought so much flavor, and we, you know, like I said, everything from like the airbrush shirts and shorts and jabot, all of that, you know,
Jabos,
the jabos, like the high top
Camberici.
fades, you know, shell toe Adidas, you know. So we really brought a real like hip hop element here. My brother, who's still nice with the clippers to this day, but you know, he taught a lot of people down here how to cut hair and like put names in the back of their hair and just like, you know, we were just bringing energy. And so people were just like, damn, man, y'all ain't from here, huh? Like y'all, you know, because the vibe was different. But I think it was dope because the city needed that. And at the end of the day, we was just being us, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, so that was like around 91, 92.
You ever go back?
No, I will be going back actually summer of 2026. Really? Yeah, because my wife wants to go. So
Go see where you grew up. That's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when was it for you that music first grabbed you? Was there a moment you knew that this was your path?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So back when I was younger, I used to beatbox really good, like really, really good.
Oh, we need to hear some of
I
this.
know. I was like, give us some.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna do a remix with me? You gonna do a remix?
I don't. Like, I don't know, Elgin.
But no, I used to beatbox, and so what happened was, the word got around the neighborhood that I could beatbox really good, and then like I said, my brother, he's like cutting hair and being a DJ and all of that. But when it hit me, because I noticed like his friends would come to the house. Check this out. My brother's friends would come to the house to like see me because they're like, "Hey man, that's the little guy who be beatboxing." You see what I'm saying? And so from there, they would rap, and then that's when I was like, "Oh, okay, man. Not only do I dance or whatever, but like, bro, like you just got this like the it factor. You know what I'm saying?" And so after a while, like they would just come to the house every day. Then from there, I started like getting entered into like talent shows and stuff like that. And but even in the talent show, I would just beatbox. One of my brother's older friends, he would rap, and we would just win like every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is insane. That's crazy.
So then that's when, you know, I got a taste of just like being in front of people, and people actually like saying, "Hey man, like he's pretty good. He's like 7, 8 years old, but he's nice." You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that was like the very first like some of the roots of saying like, yo, like this is my first, like it became my first love right
That's
then and
awesome.
there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Was there like a certain, like, did you have like a fave that you were like, ooh, I'm gonna be like him? You know, like artists that was your icon.
I would say definitely like Run DMC. Yeah, Run DMC for sure. And reason being because you got to think this is like the 80s, and the early stages of hip hop. You know, there was some residue of disco there, right? So all of the early rappers, they look like disco artists. So if you go back and look at like Curtis Blow, and you know, there you go. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they had suits on and stuff like that. So when I saw Run DMC for the first time, I was like, yo, these dudes, like, they look like guys from my neighborhood. Like I could go outside right now and see dudes that look like them. So Shell to Adidas, all black. You know, it just looked raw. You know what I'm saying? But clean. It was still clean at the same time. And so from there, I was just like, yeah, I wanna. That's it right there. That's the look. You know what I'm saying? So
You gonna make me bring out my Adidas outfits in the
I
closet?
have one with the
them,
line.
like,
I got the one
there.
with the line.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? And every single time I'm cleaning out the closet, I'm like, nah, they need to. Those are statement pieces for the future.
there you go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So because when I saw
You gotta bring
that,
it back out.
I know I gotta bring it
you gotta
out.
bring it back.
I
Like,
know.
you gotta bring it back.
I do.
So when I saw that, and then I never forget, like my brother, of course, and I speak highly of him because he's the one who like introduced me to like the hip hop side, you know. So he would come home again like with the shell toe Adidas on, or like, I remember Run DMC, they used to wear like these leather jackets, and my brother came home with one. I was like, yo, like, you know. So again, man, it just showed me like, you know, it showed me how close it was to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You had that desire to like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like this fire in you,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, because I think a lot of people to this day, you know, a lot of people, they struggle with their purpose in life and who they are and what they want to do, and you know, damn, you know, am I gonna be a late bloomer, or will I ever come up with this, you know, the answer as far as like who I want to be? And so for me, I just think I got it like super, super early. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 5, 6 years old.
Shit, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Right? Like 5 or 6 years old, man. Just loving the music. You know what I'm saying? Just how it made me feel. And then from how it made me feel to like, hey, man, I can do that. And then from that to, man, I'm better than them. You know what I'm saying? So now the confidence piece, right, comes in. So it just, all of that was just, it just hit me mad early. Like, you know, back
So
back
what
in
you're
the day.
telling me is in high school you aced speech class
Of course.
with flying colors, because I mean you got in front of everyone at such a
Yeah.
early age,
Yeah.
where a lot of people struggle in speech because it's one of, what is it called, when it's a required credit that you have to have in order to graduate. You had to take speech
You had to
class. There
take
was
it.
no getting around that.
Yes.
Yeah, so speech class, you had to
Oh,
definitely,
yeah.
most definitely ace
Easy,
that for
easy,
sure.
Easy money.
He's like, take me in front of everybody
You know
else.
what I'm saying? But you know what's crazy? It was just like, and it wasn't a hey, look at me kind of thing. It was just more so like, I ain't afraid to get up here and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like because I never been the one to like do things for attention or just strive for the spotlight, or you know what I'm saying? Just like I was good at what I did, and I wasn't afraid to showcase it. You know what I'm saying? And then because if you ask me, I'll be like, okay, cool, let's get it. And you know, so right there on the spot. And
Which is good, because I think, especially in today's age, people just want that spotlight.
exactly,
It's all about the spotlight.
Absolutely, yeah. It's actually more about the spotlight than the money.
anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like fame is that's the new money. Likes and views is the new money.
That's true.
You know.
Now, you haven't had experience that early on, and just kind of knowing like today in today's age, right? And nothing against, you know, the generation of today.
Yeah.
That's not where I don't want to take it there. What I'm saying, and the difference in generations from back then when you were growing up to the kids that are growing up nowadays, they're not really getting in front of a lot of people. It's behind a camera. It's behind, and sometimes some individuals, it's cool. They've identified who they are behind a camera, behind a phone, but not in front of people.
Yeah.
What would you say is something like a piece of advice that you could give to someone and say, hey, like, this is what you need to work on. This is going to make you feel good.
So the young kids, they're quick to use the phrase, hey, we outside, get outside. Actually go outside. Actually be around some human beings. Talk to some people. Put the phone down, and then showcase your talent in front of them. Because at that point, it's going to teach you how to be social. It's going to teach you how to actually be your authentic self. Because you got to think, behind these cameras, you can be whoever you want to be. You can turn the comments off. You have so much control. But when you're out and about amongst real human beings and having real interaction, and then on top of that, it's like, that's when you really know if you're really good. And that's almost like y'all remember the show, The Apollo?
Yeah.
It's one of those things, because you got to think they were in front of real people, real people, real time. And that was a tough crowd too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they were critical.
Yeah. But if you made it, if you made it, it's like, dang, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere type of thing. And so it's the same thing. Like you said, to the person that's behind the camera, I would tell them, come out from behind the phone, go out to a local pub or, downtown Dallas, hit an open mic night or something like that, and just get in front of some real people. You know what I'm saying? And showcase what it is, what you do.
You'll never know who you're rubbing elbows with.
Exactly. So even from a networking standpoint.
It is true.
Yeah.
But that's a really good question, V, because, I think we went and seen someone just recently, and they were so good behind the camera, like very inspirational. But first time in front of a lot of people was a little, intimidating, I think.
Yeah. So. And then not only that, but you got to think, like, okay, let's say, they're in front of a camera and they're good at what they do. And let's say the feedback is good, of course, like in the comment section. But what tends to happen is these people, because they kind of feel like, okay, they rocking with what I'm doing. Hey, let me buy some more followers or let me buy some more views. So when you start buying views and followers, it's not a true assessment. It's not, exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that, okay, let's say you bought 1 million followers, and a label sees that, like, hey, Jenn has 1 million followers. Hey, we're going to sign her to a label. I mean, to a deal. They sign you to a deal, and they book you for a show, and 50 people show up. You see what I'm saying? That's because the 1 million people, they're not even real.
Not real.
But these people, these people that's that's in front of the cameras, they buy these views and these, because it's all to make them feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to buy an ad, because when you buy an ad, it's like, okay, no, my content, I pay for my content to actually be in front of real people. But when the people aren't real, no.
And I think that's a golden piece of advice. Thank you for sharing that, because I feel like even from like 2020 when COVID happened, I think COVID even turned some individuals like myself. I was a huge extrovert. It turned me into dialing into my introverted side a little bit more than what it was before. So it is important to continue to do those things and rise to the occasion of getting uncomfortable, getting outsgoing getting in front of people, speaking in front of people.
Absolutely.
Like, you're going to fumble, mumble, you're going to stumble, right? But you're going to get back up. You're going to get back up.
It's just like with anything. It's practice,
Yeah.
That's why they call it practice,
right?
Because you do it over and over and over. You're gonna, get better.
And I will say it is a generational thing, like, because the era that we come from, we could walk in the room and talk to anybody, you know what I'm saying, and just we break the ice or whatnot. But it's and even if you had a talent too, like people our age, like we can, like I know you're still a great singer, like.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody say, hey, Jenn, come sing, you'll be like, okay, cool. There's no shame in your game.
It was so funny, and I don't know if you ever felt like this growing up. If I sang in front of 2 or 3 people, like if I sang right now in front of y'all, I would be so nervous because I know I got 4 eyes watching me, and that's it.
Yeah.
But if I got in front of a whole big old crowd, man, let me steal a show. Because I know there's gonna be some people not pay attention. There's some they're gonna be,
Right.
So, but
and
still,
you like, I don't know none of them.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know it.
But
Yeah,
with us, like us, so you
like,
gonna be like, man, this my homegirl. He's a music producer. Oh man, I know they're gonna be critical. You know what I'm saying? But when it's like you said, if it's 50, 100 people, you're like, hey, bro, I don't know y'all. So hey, y'all finna get what I got.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what kept you so grounded as a young teen, as a young adult? What kept you just focused and grounded to continue your path and your journey?
Man, again, I would just say the love and the passion kept me grounded. And it was also like just seeing like the people who were actually doing the same thing. People like I would say like people like Master P and like Cash Money and like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because these are one, you know, they're legendary now, but back then they were coming out and they were just showing you like, hey man, you don't need a major label, right? We can do this independently and out the trunk. And so when I saw them showcasing that, that's when I ended up signing my first record deal at 19 with a local independent label out of Dallas, Texas called Deep South Tycoons. And, you know, we were selling CDs out of the trunk. Well, we ended up selling like 10,000 units. You see what I'm saying? And it was because, to answer your question, it was because we saw other people, like I said, like a Master P or Cash Money, Rap Alive Records. Those guys were doing it and they was doing it independently. So we was like, man, we don't have the machine behind us, but that love and that passion and that drive that they got to say, because we don't have this major label behind us, we gotta go extra hard. We're gonna find a way. We're gonna make them come to us. And so when you make them come to you, at that point now it kind of you actually have more leverage, because you like, hey, look, man, these are the numbers. This is what we did out the trunk. This is so now we can negotiate. You know, and basically you kind of saying, I really don't need y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're independent. But they were some of the first labels who I saw, and it was like, damn, like, yo, that it's possible to do it without a major label. And I think we live in Texas too, right? So we're not LA or New York. So we can't just go outside and see like Universal Records and, you know, we're like, so you really and truly had to be independent and have a hell of a hustle about you know what I'm saying, what you was doing. And so again, it was just us looking at people who did it before us, and it was like, yo, okay, it's possible. It's very possible. And that's enough. That is enough alone to keep that fire and that drive, you know what I'm saying, in you. So yeah. And I was 19.
You were 19.
I mean, I remember like,
yeah, I know.
I mean, just sitting here, you know, just feeling the vibe and everything, just kind of takes you back to those memories back in school. I mean, I would see just people how they would, you know, they would follow you. They would, like, when you say style, yep, I'm seeing it all, like it's all it's all flashing back.
It's all flashing back, yeah.
Flashbacks are coming.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, and I bought one or two of those CDs already, too, so I'm sure, like, I know I can go to my dad's house and room. It's in there.
It's in there, yeah. You gotta dig around.
It's in there, yeah. I definitely
but that was a dope time because, you know, especially being from here, you know, I was the first person to release an album here. I was the first person here to even have a studio. You know what I'm saying? But all of that came from because, one, I didn't have anybody to record me. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna lie, but there was times when I was like maybe 13 or 14, me and my homeboys, we would save up money and go to the studio. But as further as like me just saying, hey man, I got this idea. It's 1-2 o'clock in the morning. I need to put this down. So at that point, it's like, man, I need my own space.
That's when the best stuff comes up.
That's when it comes. And so from there, I'll never forget, man. I was like maybe 16, 17. Mind you, I'm still rapping and stuff like that. But I remember walking into, I was playing football. So I walked into my coach's office and I quit. I quit playing football. I was like, yo, I'm finna give me a job and I'm finna purchase my first drum machine. You see what I'm saying? Because prior to that, I was just rapping on other people's instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, me and my boys, we would save up money, go to the studio, and when the engineer would upload the beat, it would be somebody else's beat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, we can't do that no more, man. Like, I need my own drum machine. So, man, and I'll tell y'all, and this let y'all know I'm really from Ennis. I started working at Broster's Chicken right here, right up the street. That was my first job. Saved up. Bought my first drum machine. I'll never forget my mom when the box came. She was like, "You spent $300 on that," because it was like little. Right, I was like, "Yeah, but watch what I do with it though. Like just watch." And from there, man, I went to school. I was selling beats for like $25 to $50 a pop.
I was gonna say because you were like helping a lot of people.
Yeah, because I remember, and I don't want to say the incorrect names, but I'm like, I remember the names of the people that were like rapping, and
Absolutely.
then you, I mean, because you had a CD out, and then I started seeing them having CDs. I don't remember the timeline, so I don't want to be incorrect
no,
there.
I can give it to you,
But
because so the thing was, like, after I was selling beats and doing my thing, and then once I got signed to the independent label I was telling y'all about, part of my deal was like, hey, if y'all sign me, you have to sign my crew. So now it's like, now I'm blessing other people and putting them in position. So next thing you know, we signed the deal. I'm the first person to come out. The album was called Get Crunk with Me. And like I said, they did 10,000 independent, and then we came right back out with my boy Lil Son.
I was gonna say
Xavier, right?
Yeah, Xavier, Lil Son. And with that project, we did really well. We actually hit Billboard. We hit Billboard on that. And then the third release was Mexican Mike, Thug Poetry, and that did really, really, really good. And so so we just kind of.
I'm just like thinking, what? I know I did a little chorus for who was.
You did a chorus for it's an artist named Weldon Paul. His name is
it
Weldon.
was Weldon.
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
Now he's doing big
Man,
stuff
he
now.
is killing it. He is killing, and that's my best friend. That's my best friend, man. We go, when I say we go back, man, like it kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, like me rapping and like in junior high and stuff like that. I remember being a freshman. I was a freshman in high school, and y'all know, like, Friday night football game is lit. Well, we used to rap under the bleachers, right? And not only would we rap, but we would like start battling. And I battled a guy. This dude was like a senior in high school. Rest in peace, Gerard Bell. But I battled him, and so that was on a Friday night. Saturday morning, Weldon Paul came. He came to my house. He found out where I lived, knocked on my door. Hey, man, you the little dude who beat Gerard battling? I said, yeah, man. And this dude was a wordsmith. He was a lyrical assassin, you know what I'm saying? But I was young, but I'm getting at him, you know what I'm saying? So Weldon and Gerard, they're best friends. So Weldon, he just couldn't believe, like, yo, man, like, you really battled him last night? And I was like, yeah. He said, man, basically, like, man, I like you, man. Like, what else do you have to offer? I said, well, I just started, making beats, and I ain't been too long, quit playing football and bought this drum machine. So, and from there he would come to my house every day, and just, we would record and make beats and just cook up. And you fast forward maybe 1 or 2 years later, we meet you and have her come in. And
that's crazy.
Has she heard it? Has she ever heard it?
No, I don't think so. I don't even have it. I don't even know where it's at.
I was gonna ask you too. I was gonna ask you if you had it.
I remember hearing.
I might though. I don't know.
Because I don't know if that was something when you lived out on land passes, right? Maybe. Didn't you live on land passes a little bit?
I did, yeah.
And
it was. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was living on land passes.
I think that's when. I think that's when I remember going with you or something, because I remember him and Weldon being there. And
Mexican Mike was
Mexican Mike. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, so independently we did.
It's been a while.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while.
Yeah, because we did. I know you did a chorus for him, but we did like some solo stuff for you too, right? Did you do like a full song or two?
No, I think
you did.
You did.
You did, because he had made some beats for you.
Okay, yeah,
and you did.
Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah.
yes, you
we
did.
got you. Don't worry, we got you. We got you.
Yeah, I know. I did do some with Faz.
Okay.
I did do one with Faz back in the day.
Yeah. So we've been around the block, man.
I think I did do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I was always trying. I guess I just didn't have enough heart like you did.
Hey, man, it's cool though. But it's always in you though. It's always in you.
It is. I've written a lot of songs. I got a lot of songs in my little repertoire, but I hadn't put no music to them or anything.
Hey, it's never too late.
I love music. I love all genres of music. But see, the only way that I memorized songs was from back in the day when it was in the cassette tape or the CD where the lyrics were in there. That's the only way I would memorize them. I'm so envious of these little kids, 3 years old, memorizing these songs, and I'm like, I'm 42 going on 43, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle for me.
Yeah.
So what sparked the idea for the Hawk McSailor cigar line?
Okay, so now we're gonna fast forward a little bit. So I'm at the time.
Did we skip anything in between? Because I know, I feel like
No.
we might be scared. We went from teen to like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you done.
Yeah.
This.
We
Yeah.
start.
Okay, no,
we in the
okay, yeah,
business.
y'all,
We in the
yeah,
business.
y'all
Yeah.
skip. So I'll give just a little brief timeline. So after that, like I said, I signed to an independent label. We put out those 3 albums. I ended up leaving the label just for like creative purposes or whatnot. From there, I ended up putting out like 2 more mixtapes that did really good. And then at this point, like personally, I'm just kind of like shifting, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as just like where I'm at, where my my faith is and things of that nature. And so I wanted the music to reflect that, right? And then so from there, I was like, yo, I need to kind of, and now mind you, even on my first couple of projects, I wasn't talking crazy or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But but we was talking that talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that. We were just talking. So we were listening to some R&B, some old school R&B a couple of days ago, me and my friends, and I'm like, man, this was the good stuff.
Yeah.
And this was when everything was discreet. Like
Yes.
you
It was like
said,
if you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
And there was like all these little innuendos. It was like, oh, that's what they were talking about. And I was listening. That's what I was doing. You know?
Yeah.
But
So
it wasn't so out
it was,
there.
yeah, it wasn't so
Yeah.
in your face. But so yeah, after that it was kind of like, man, let me kind of go in and just kind of clean it up a little bit. And then from there, and of course I wanted the music to reflect my personal life as well. You know what I'm saying? What I was going through at this point, like I'm newly married and fatherhood. So I can't just be rapping about the same stuff, but in the midst of all of that, I'm still selling beats to, independent artists. And so from there, I moved into what we call like I guess what they call it, the CHH, like Christian hip hop genre. But for me, I didn't want to have that tag on me because one, it just kind of pigeonholes you to what you're doing, because I wanted to talk about a plethora of things, you know what I'm saying? And in the Christian world, there's only certain things, there's a certain lane that you can only run in. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that, because at that point, as far as the number of people who I need to reach, I can't reach who I need to reach if I'm just kind of talking about this one particular thing. So that's why I never really just put that label. Now the people, they probably put that label on it, and that's fine. It's cool. So I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying, me personally,
Right.
I just didn't want to be pigeonholed to that. And I thank God for that, because what happened was I ended up inspiring more people and reaching more people just with.
It has grown so much.
Man, I'm telling
It's
you, I'm talking
huge.
It's huge, man.
Yeah.
Them guys is winning Grammys and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was definitely a really important part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, like, I'm still locked in with a lot of Christian hip hop artists, singers. I listen to it pretty much daily. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, but like I said, the more we talk, you'll see how everything came.
I start my morning out with worship music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So was there something that triggered that, or is it just
growth?
Just growth.
Yeah, just growth. Just growth. And but to answer your question too, so growth. I remember I was 38, right? And this place that I was working at the time, a guy comes in, and he's like, just kind of walking around, and he says, hey man, and it's getting close to the new year, like, you got any resolutions? Like, I said, man, I'm 38, I'm kind of about to get ready to move into my 40s. I don't want to smoke a cigar. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he just kind of went on about his way. Well, the next day he came back and he brought me a cigar. And he was like, hey man, he said, I work part-time at a cigar shop, and I was like, okay, cool. Took it, smoked it, and I was like, and of course you instantly feel like grown. I was like, yeah, I'm about to move. I'm about to really move into my 40s, like, comfortably, right? And so from there, started really just getting familiar with the lifestyle of cigar smoking. Because it is a lifestyle and a culture and a whole etiquette to it. So I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with it, but and I'm not gonna lie, it's a really dope community to be a part of. But
I've been to a few cigar spots.
Okay, so yeah, so you know what I'm saying, and it's like, I mean, they got like cigar crews. You know how they got like motorcycle crews? They got stuff like that and accessories and all kind of stuff. But
and even have them for women.
Yeah, believe it or not, and I'm glad you said that, because I was actually more surprised to see how many women smoke cigars. blew my mind.
I was shocked when I found out too.
Blew
Yeah.
my mind.
No way.
There's been lounges I've been into, and there's more women in there than guys. This is
Really?
facts. This is a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I met one night was in downtown Dallas and met this couple, and they were in some kind of cigar group or whatever. And she gave me a woman's cigar.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a smoker, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I
it's
enjoyed
cool.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you didn't inhale, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
No. No, she taught me. Like yeah.
That's
It's
rule.
just somebody-
That's rule
yeah.
number one. Don't inhale.
And I did half, like smoked half of it or whatever,
Yeah.
and then saved it. She's like, you don't want to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just a little here,
Little-
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Look at Jen out here trying to
I
be
know,
grown.
right? I was grown then.
I'm gonna leave it to the expert.
But yeah, like I said, so again, I started growing a love and a passion for it, and then in the midst of that, turning some of my guys, like some of my best friends, onto it, because at this point we're all roughly around the same age. So again, it was just like feeling grown, more mature, and then one day we're all sitting around smoking, and we like, yo, bro, that'd be dope if we had our own cigar. It's like a podcast,
Yeah.
Yes.
How many? Oh, okay, hold on. I got it, because this is real. And for YouTube and whoever watching this, y'all know for a fact, y'all have all had a conversation with your homegirls or your
Yeah.
family, and then at the end, you like, man, we need our own podcast. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And it was the same thing with that. It was like, man, that'd be dope if we had our own cigar. But we didn't know where to start, who to call, what to do. And thank God for good old Google. You know what I'm saying? Because we were able to meet with some master rollers and and make some connections, and then from there Hawk McSailor was born. And so that name, it sounds like one person, right?
I was gonna say, how did that
it
name
sounds
come
like-
about? Yeah.
So my last name, actually my boy Roderick, his last name is Hawkins, so that's where you get the Hawk.
Okay.
My last name is McDonald, so that's where you get the Mick. And then my other boy, his last name is Sailor.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we try to be a little creative, man. So it goes back to the conversation we was having off camera earlier about like names and stuff. So
Names.
the more unique, the better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Hawk McSailor, that's how that was born. We ended up being like the based off of our research, we were like the second like black owned cigar brand out. Like, because prior to that we didn't hear of any black owned cigar brands. So this is like 2017, 2018, you know what I'm saying?
So it's been that long?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 2018, yeah. And so we kept the company for like 4 years, sold the company. I decided to stay in because I just grew a love and a passion for it. And my other two guys, again, these are like my best friends, you're talking over 20 years plus a friendship. But they wanted to, hey, take whatever they made from the business and, hey man, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to stay in the cigar world. And so from there, I ended up creating Hue Level cigars. So the name Hue, of course, means like color, right? And so, and actually now y'all don't got to smoke them, but I'm going to bring y'all some.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to bring y'all some. Yeah.
I'll
So-
try it.
So Hue Level. So when you see the cigar,
Yeah.
it'll have like a satin band around it, and it's a certain color, right? So the yellow would represent like this is a more light, early morning cigar with coffee or whatever. The red is more like
That would be yours.
That would be
you.
something like
you know,
me.
You know what I'm saying? You had your matcha, you drink
Yeah.
matcha and all that. Okay, cool. So that would go perfect with that. Then the red band cigar is more like mild to medium, and then the black band would be like full body. So that's like
that
Friday night
whiskey.
Friday. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That
rum.
old-fashioned.
Yeah, old fashioned. Man, come on, let's go. Remember, hey kids, outside. We talked about being outside. You know what I'm saying? And so basically,
Just
what
a little older and wiser. That's
yeah.
all.
But basically, so the color defines the level of smoke that you on. So like I said, I own the company, but if I walk in the cigar lounge and I see you on the yellow, I'm be like, okay, she more of a lightweight.
Be like,
more-
she weak.
No, you know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning. She got her laptop. She working. She got her coffee and she's smoking her stick. Well, in the cigar world, we call them sticks too.
Sticks, yeah.
I might walk in and see you with the black band. I'm like, oh yeah, she's a full body girl.
That's a
She's-
crazy girl.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, the color defines what level that you on. So Hue Level. Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
That's
I like
cool.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down to try it.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean,
So we're like, yeah. Oh no, God.
no, I was like, I've never really experienced smoking.
Right.
So therefore, I would have to be taught
Absolutely.
how to do
No,
this.
and that's just it. You want to be taught by a cigar smoker. I tell people all the time, you don't smoke a cigar, you taste a cigar. It's a difference, because it's like wine, right? You know, when you drink wine, they say let the wine sit on your tongue for 6 seconds and then you swallow. But it's the same thing when you smoke a cigar. You let the smoke sit on your tongue for maybe 3 to 4 seconds and then you just blow it out. But what happens is when you blow that smoke out, you taste different notes. So that's why we say you taste a cigar. You don't smoke a cigar.
Oh, see, I didn't know that part.
Yep. So it could taste, when you blow that smoke out, it could taste like coffee. It could taste like dry fruit. It could taste a little bit of like leather, a little woodsy kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So
what's the most popular one?
the most popular cigar?
Yeah.
Or from mine? So I have what we call a sugar tip. So basically it's you can pretty much like lick the outside of it and it's extremely sweet. Like a, you know what I'm saying, like a peppermint or something like that. And that's probably the most popular one, because women, they love, you know, sweet, fruity.
We love flavor.
Yeah, they love flavor. But it's also good because, let's say if you're new to the cigar world and you don't want nothing too strong, you know, you're like, hey, okay, cool, man, I can get with this. It's not overpowering. It's not going to, you know, put me on my butt. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's a really good cigar, whether if you're new to the game or if you're a seasoned smoker. So, yeah.
You know, it's funny you say you don't inhale it, right?
Yeah.
I remember this story. We were at the horse races in Grand Prairie at a concert.
Okay.
And I don't know what that man was smoking, but I had 2 Miller. Like, I don't drink beer often, but this was a long, long time ago. But I had 2 Millers and that was it. And there was a man standing next to me and I was like, man, that sure does smell good. And I was just smelling it, you know, I'm like, man, that smells so good. Man, I got so sick on the way home. And I was like, wait a minute, I drink 2 Millers. Like, there's no way I got that sick off of 2 Millers, you know? And so I'm like, I figured it out. It's because I was standing right next to that man. I was just inhaling that. Like, that smells so good.
Right. Yeah.
Girl, what were you inhaling?
Man. Now, there is some cigars out there. Like I said, so we have one. There's one called like a Maduro. So the Maduro means like it's strong for the most part. It's a really strong cigar. And I tell people all the time, just make sure you eat before you smoke it. You know what I'm saying? So you want a nice hearty like burger or a steak or something like that, and then after you eat that, then you can smoke it and you'll be fine. So he was probably smoking a Maduro.
I don't know.
You know what I'm
was,
saying?
So.
Could have been. Yeah. And that's, I mean, that's good advice. I mean, for someone for myself that has never partaked in that, to learn and know.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take a first experience to not become a bad experience by knowing if you need to eat or whatever the case is before that. Or like, hey, this one's better with coffee. That's
well, you got me. You can call me.
more of a
I got
guide.
you. I got you. Say
More of a
less.
guide.
Got you.
All right.
So are you always like passing them out everywhere you go? Hey.
Yeah, you know, we give out a few, but like mainly like I do really good online right now. So like I said, I'm in the process of going through like a rebrand because like due to the whole Death Row thing, we're trying to figure out a way to incorporate that with what I got going on. Because when I did the deal with Death Row, I explained to them too, like, hey man, you know, even though I'm a music producer, I have a whole nother community of people who are followers of what I'm doing. And it's good, right? Because at this point now, you have cigar smokers. They're into the Death Row thing, or you see, so it's like cross branding type of thing. And so yeah, that's, you know, I just wanted to definitely like highlight that and let them know that hey, I have more than just music lovers who follow what I'm doing. So
That's amazing to get into different things, not just
Incorporate them
incorporation. A businessman through and through.
you know it. We got to get it.
So, all in all, like, an advice, since we are in the business part of that, in that journey, like, is there any advice that you would like to give the listeners as far as the creativity and being open to entrepreneurship?
Yeah, man. This is a quote, and y'all, if you know me, then you know I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. But Jay has a line, and he says, the main focus is to remain focused. You know what I'm saying? Just stay focused. Don't worry about not having everything. Don't worry about, hey, I don't know anybody. Man, just start. If you just start, And there's, especially now in 2025, like we were saying earlier, you have access to the internet,
Everything.
YouTube, everything. It ain't how it was back in the day with us. We had to go to the library or know somebody who know how to work this camera or whatever, and just figure out what it is that we were trying to do. So if you're creative in this time and you ain't got no motion, that's on you. There's no excuse. You got access to every piece of information. And not only is it information, but it's like actual videos, and you can, you know, say, because some people actually need to see how to do certain things. So I would just tell people, man, like, just do your research, and the main focus is to remain focused. Simple as that.
That's a good
Yep.
one.
Don't wait.
Yeah,
Don't wait
that's a
until
good
you
one.
got everything and then start. No, just start. I don't care if you got 2 people following you. Them 2 people who didn't know you at first. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So just go.
That's great.
I always believe that I'm sitting here thinking, all right, okay, God, I hear you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Just like that man, that's like that man introduced you to that cigar
Yeah.
that one day. Like, things happen in our lives for a reason.
Absolutely.
You know,
Sometimes we're just too. We're not
We're not
focused. We're not focused
yeah,
that you
on
don't
the
pay
right things.
attention to the things that are put in front of you for a reason.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes,
So
indeed.
you have to definitely have that ability to remain focused
For sure.
and have just be open-minded. I think
Yeah.
sometimes we get so closed-minded to just what we want, what we believe in,
Right.
that you're not open-minded to learn from others, because even though it may not be your belief and it may not be the journey that you're going through, you can learn something from someone else
Absolutely.
at all times.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm like. I'm a sponge. I'm a student.
Man,
In order to be a
soak
good
it up.
teacher, you got to be a good student, right? So it's amazing to be able to be around people that can be inspiring that way. So thanks for that message
Sure.
there.
Yep. The main focus is to remain focused.
Now, since we're on the inspiration part of the journey, like, what inspired you to start Tuff Tune Productions in DeSoto?
Okay, so Tuff Tune, basically, I didn't want to start a record label because I've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? Just on, it was actually after I had left the label I was with in the early 2000s. And so it was like a small boutique label. But with Tuff Tune, I wanted to do just like strictly music production. And when I started it, I was like, okay, with this, there's a certain level that I wanted to start from. I didn't want to start like, you know, directly from the bottom. And the reason why I say that is because I was already looking at how much work I had already put in, all the different connections and, you know, people who I've done work for. So it's like, with this production company, there's a certain level and a certain caliber of artists that we're going to target as far as like selling beats. And let's say if you have a podcast, you know, we can do the music for your podcast, but you already got to have some motion going. Go back to what we were just talking about. Like, you already got things going, opposed to like, hey man, I got this, I want to start a podcast, or hey, I want to start working on the album. Because us as producers, the first thing we're going to say is like, well, what you got going on right now? What are you doing right now? You see what I'm saying? And so with Tuff Tune, I wanted to link with artists who, hey man, I got 3 albums out already. Hey man, we getting, you know, X amount of views. So I was like, okay, cool. So now,
working on something.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so from there, that was the level of artists and creative that I attracted. You know, so just by, you know, like, you can just start at a certain level, and from there you'll start attracting people that's on that caliber. So yeah, Tuff Tune. Started at let's see, like 2019, and I shout out to my boy Hannibal Beats and Old Boy. They're 2 more producers that's on Tuff Tune. So yeah, we working, man. And like I said, we do.
What
we do,
separates? What do you think separates Tuff Tunes from other?
I would
production
say
companies?
The versatility that we bring to the table. Me, I'm more of hey, I can kind of do it all. Whether if it's like R&B, hip hop, pop, you name it, I can do it. My boy, Old Boy, he's more of a like, if you're like a real big like Outkast fan, or more like the backpack kind of stuff, like his music production hits that caliber. My boy Hannibal Beats, he's my wild card. So his stuff is like very unorthodox and just like left field. You know what I'm saying? And I tell him to this day, I'm saying, hey man, you're so dope that you're gonna end up creating your own genre. Like, that's how creative he is. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's that creative. And he's done some stuff actually prior to getting with Tuff Tune. He's done some stuff for like Eminem, and he got like a gold plaque and stuff like that. So he's definitely been working. But he ended up joining Tuff Tune around 2022. So it's 3 of us, and of course we will be. I will be looking for other producers too to bring on the team. So yeah. And another thing that separates us too is, again, I always had this thing about like being pigeonholed to certain things. And so when I started Tuff Tune, I was like, hey, not only is there a certain caliber of artists that I want to work with, but there's other avenues that I want to run in. So like movie scoring and like commercials and, what we call like sync licensing. So let's say if you're sitting here and you're watching, your favorite reality show, and then how the music comes on, and that's sync licensing. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to, be invading all of that, opposed to just working on people's albums. Yeah. So that's what separates us.
That's good.
Nice, good stuff. Well, if you need anyone for commercials,
holla at
V. I think I have personality for commercials.
Yeah, no, man, both of y'all, man, y'all got it, man. That's why it's dope that y'all are doing this, right? Because you're on screen, you get to see y'all's personalities, you know what I'm saying? And as long as I've known y'all, like, y'all have always just carried good energy. Y'all funny as hell. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, the people need to see that. People really do need to see that. So, because there is some people that's in front of these cameras that don't need to be in front of them. Everybody don't need a microphone in their face. So, for y'all.
We'd sit on the phone for hours and laughing at each other,
talking,
crying, talk. Yeah, and then we did that same thing you said.
I mean, it'd be cool.
We need a podcast.
Yeah. She forever tried to push it on me to do YouTube videos. I said, girl, like, I'm not big. She likes being in front of the camera and all that other stuff. And I love being in front of people. The camera was just never my best friend. Okay. It's still not my best friend. But guess what? I've learned in life, through that, in order to get comfortable, you have to get uncomfortable.
That's right.
So you have to make sure that you keep doing the things that are not easy, that are challenging, because that's growth. That's where you continue to grow. And so I don't want to be stagnant. I want to keep growing. I have to inspire myself and to inspire those around me.
That's
and
right.
So
there's
the biggest thing.
Not to cut you off, but there's a saying that says, like, exposure causes expansion. Right? You know what I'm saying? So the more you're exposed to, you will expand naturally, because you like, how many times have you done something, man, you like, damn, I never even thought I would like that.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's like this. You
like
know what
this?
I'm saying?
I'm being honest. You know?
Yeah, it could be anything, bowling, writing, or whatever the case may be. But once you get exposed to something, and then on top of that, if you turn out and you're like, yo, I'm really good, that's when you got to hone in on and be like, yo, I might be able to have something here. You know what I'm saying?
Open mind.
Yeah. And I'll say this, like, like one day me and my wife, my kids, we went to go putt golf. Now, mind you, my wife ain't golfed a day in her life. Never. We go. She is killing it.
What?
Bodying it. When I say I'm looking, I'm like, now mind you, I done been out there a couple times.
Yeah.
I know how to do a little something, but she was. And I told her, I said, did you know, like, just because even with that, even though it's putt, but there's still a level of like focus that you got to have to get that ball in that hole, right? You know what I'm saying?
You got to tap it.
Yeah, just right. I'm talking every time. Boop. Every time I said, hey, on the weekends, we had to get you some clubs or something.
We're going to put you in a tournament, girl.
Just you know what I'm saying?
Make some money.
Yeah, but the exposure can cause, and she was, I think initially we were just thinking like just having a little family outing and just kicking it. And when we got home, she was like, yo, like I was really good. I was like, I'm telling you, like, we need to get you in these classes. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think on the weekends, she can maybe link up with the girls and go and just, even if they just go drive, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever.
I love playing golf. And that's so funny because I used to think that is such a boring sport. Why do men go out there and play that?
No,
like,
it is an
until
amazing.
I got on there and I was the same way. I was like, oh,
it's an amazing sport, and it's just like what we were talking about earlier about people buying followers and viewers and stuff like that. That golf in itself, a lot of people can see it as boring. but it is something that it really gets you to grade someone's level of integrity. Because if you're taking your own scorecard, how many times can you go on there and say, I got a birdie, when in reality you didn't, right? And so to me, that shows a level of integrity. Now, I took some lessons, but I was playing softball at the same time, and he said, the instructor said, listen, you're going to have to choose one or the other right now, because I was trying to kill the ball when I was trying to drive the ball. It was not working out for me.
Yeah, man. And then on top of that,
a good stress reliever.
To go back to what you said too, like you see, the guys out there, whatever. Guess what they doing? They smoking cigars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So even from a relaxation standpoint, it's just them in the green. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shout out to the wife, man. She was killing it.
Yeah, she's a big backbone for you, ain't she?
Yes. Yeah. We've been together 23 years.
Yes, I'm so happy to see that.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And there's always that amazing level of support when you have your companion, your life companion, your person that can follow you through your journey,
right?
And be impacting and empower you to do what it is that you need to do.
Yeah. And I got to say, like, she was there, from day one, man, because initially when we met, we were in high school. We were in high school, but at the time I had a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? I had a girlfriend. So then you fast forward like 3 years later, I see her out and about. It's like, yo, what's up? And just, I was like, I had a show. I was like, I'm finna go to Atlanta when I come back. Need to catch up with you. And at the time she was like 19, I was 20. And we've been together ever since. And she, like you said, she's a big, she plays a major part, because even like with the music stuff, like all the day-to-day stuff like this, she makes sure everything is set up and everything is running smooth. So, not only is she the wife, but she the business partner, everything, you know what I'm saying? She makes sure everything is good. So she got 1,000 spreadsheets that she goes through and, make sure this is that, and we got to do that. I'm like, all right, cool. But that's dope, because that gives me the space to be creative and, run Tuff Tune the way I need to run it. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to like trying to do everything. Cause like, that's one of the main rules in business, right? Like you can't do everything.
No, you can't.
So you got to have a team.
So with that being said, I mean, like what entrepreneur, cigars, Tuff Tunes. I mean, just everything you've been through so far before the new journey. Is there any lessons that stand out in your mind that you've learned along the way?
I would say, man, just like the consistency piece, right? Like, because as creatives, sometimes people, they feel like, hey, I have to maybe see something to be inspired, or I got to wait to be inspired. I was never really that person. It was like, I'm my own, like I just would naturally wake up and just have like this get up and go, like, man, just the creative mindset.
Those birds were singing a song out there.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but for a lot of creatives, they actually have to kind of wait for the inspiration or the motivation to come in. Let me get up and, because I saw something on TV. So I would just say, man, just always try to find the motivation, or try to make it as natural as possible. And so throughout this journey, I'll say like that was one of the things that I've personally felt like I kind of mastered that, like the whole like not having to see somebody to be inspired or motivated. It was just like I got up and motivated myself, because again, it go back to what I said earlier. I was a shorty. I was like 5-6 years old. So it was just something that was just instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing like having the feeling of wearing your own stuff or smoking your own stuff, or you know what I'm saying? Just that sense of like independence. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this, like, y'all own this podcast. This is y'all's IP. You know what I'm saying? So when it's something about that it just feels good. You know what I'm saying?
Empowering.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So now, getting to it. You're wearing it around your neck, right? You're wearing it around your neck. I mean, first and foremost, congratulations to this part of the journey. Yeah. But Death Row, we want to know about the journey. Okay. We want to know about it. What inspired your series, If I Was on Death Row?
Okay, so when it comes to music production, I can produce quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? But growing up, I've always was a fan of like West Coast music. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm originally from the Midwest, right? Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we got a lot of the stuff, you know, from like, you know, Zapp and Roger and Ohio Player. Look, see?
I was like 8 months pregnant at a Roger concert.
Wow.
Way back in the day.
Wow.
It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
But that sound, even though it originated there, it bled over to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And so the West Coast, like, they really took it and they embraced it. And so just growing up, I've always, like I said, I've been a fan of like the hardcore East Coast stuff, the down South stuff. But it was something about the West. It was like, it was just funky. It was a vibe. And so throughout my production journey, I would always do like these West Coast style beats on top of other stuff too. But when I would do these beats, it felt like I wasn't trying to make a West. It just came. It came It came out natural. And so I remember like selling beats to a couple of people. Like one guy, he had a label, and he bought like 15 beats from me for all of his artists. And he was like, "Hey man, where you from?" I said, "Man, I'm in Texas." And he was like, "Bro, like these beats, dog, like this sound like I really went to like." He thought I was from where they were from, you know what I'm saying? And he had artists like from California to like Las Vegas, so that whole West Coast area. But so then like there was a level of authenticity that was there, like when they heard the music, you see what I'm saying? And so when you fast forward, and I'm a Libra, by the way, too, and Snoop is a Libra.
Okay.
So when I heard that he bought Death Row Records, he bought it. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at his energy. And one thing about Snoop, he's super likable. He leads with love.
Oh, man, I love him.
Who don't know him?
Yeah.
If you 8 to 80, you know who that man is. And not only do you know who the man is, but you see his heart. You know what I'm saying? Positivity. So, of course, I'm looking at like, oh, damn, okay, he bought Death Row. What is he about to do? Because back in the day, you already know when you thought about Death Row, it was... Man, it was like, it was good, but it was like, it was also some things that came along. Yeah. It was some things that to come along with it. Yeah. And so when I heard that he bought the company, I was like, okay, I'm just going to see where he positions this. And what he did was when he bought it back, the first thing he did, they didn't even come out like with like hardcore gangster rap. They came out with an R&B artist by the name of October London, who's super dope. And he sounds like Marvin Gaye. He's fire. But that dude is super talented. But he started the label with him and then went on to sign like 2 more R&B acts. And then he like went back and got like the Dog Pound and like the Lady of Rage and like some of the veteran artists who was on the classic Death Row at the time. So again, he's just like getting the label, repositioning it, cleaning up the image and the brand. Even from a logo standpoint, he's taking it and slapping it on everything because he's everywhere. He's T-Mobile, he's on Olympics, he's there. But what he was doing was he was making it digestible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, it's safe. It's cool.
He's been doing kid stuff too.
Killing it.
With the kids.
He won like 4 Emmys for that show, the Doggyland show. You know,
like even him and Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
you know it's
So even like now, you know, he's hosting The Voice, and every time, you know, when he put his team together, Team Snoop, he was giving them like Death Row chains. You know what I'm saying? So this is like primetime TV. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? But the thing was, he knew that the level of eyes who was on this and watching it. And it's like, this is, you know, middle America, like moms, dads, you know, just regular people are watching this show. So now when they see the logo, they're going to associate it with positivity, love. And so I'm looking at that, and then I'm looking at the people that's around him, right? So everybody from his barber to his security to certain A&Rs and stuff like that on the team. And so I'm looking and I'm like, okay, so not only is he in a position to where he's leading with love, like everybody around him has this aura and this positive energy. And I was like, I'm pretty dope at these West Coast beats. He just bought back the label. If I was signed to Death Row, this is what it would sound like. And so from there, I created the online campaign. If I was on Death Row, that's awesome. Yeah. So once I put out the campaign, it starts getting some traction, mainly from, of course, like followers or whatnot. But in the midst of this, everybody's tagging him. They're tagging him and they're tagging Death Row. I'm even hitting people up. Hey man, go tag Snoop. Go tag him. And then there was some also like some key producers who like worked closely with him. I shot them a DM. And mind you, these are guys who I looked up to. Now it wasn't Dr. Dre or nobody like that, but there was like one or two other producers who worked very, 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 very closely with Snoop. I reached out to them, and those guys hit me back, and they was like, "Bro, like you're dope. Like you're really, really." I'm like, man, this is DJ Battle Cat. He just hit me, and I grew up listening to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and shout out to DJ Battle Cat, legendary producer. But even he hit me, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna send this to him. I'm gonna send this to Snoop." You know what I'm saying? There's another brother by the name of Amplified. Same thing. My guy named Mr. Fab, who's a legendary Bay Area rapper, who I went on to like do some amazing stuff with him. He hit me. He's actually sending me screenshots showing me like, "Hey, that's easy, bro. I just sent it to Snoop." Ooh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in the midst of all of this, a brother by the name of Kennie Manchester, he gets brought on to Death Row as an A&R. So in the midst of like, hey, okay, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to that person, and I'm like, oh snap, they got a new A&R. I need to holler at him too. You know what I'm saying? I need to get at him too. Boom, start tagging him. Boom, hit him in the DM. Well, he ended up hitting me back, and he was just like basically, hey, yeah, man, I got this new position, and you know, if you know what an A&R is, it's his job to find talent. You know what I'm saying? He's not the graphic designer. My job is to find the talent. Caught wind of the campaign and what I was doing, and what's crazy is in the midst of the campaign, they were also looking at what I was like, the type of beats that I was putting up, because I just wasn't doing just like stuff for Snoop, because like I said, Snoop has R&B, he has you know a bunch of, so I was showcasing that I can do more than just stuff for Snoop. So if y'all do bring me to the team, I'm an asset. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, the A&R started building. Me and him started building a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just and that's another thing too. I want to stress too is like on this journey. One thing that I wasn't doing, I wasn't chasing it. I was attracting it. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference between chasing something. It's a difference between because again, I was attracting it because I was looking at my skill set and what I'm already good at. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to, hey, this is my first time making some West Coast beats. Let me try and hope that because now I'm chasing. But it's like I was confident in the music and like, man, I know my caliber of, of production and what I can do and how I get down. So they're going to like it. I knew it was, I felt very, very confident. And, but like I said, from there, attracting other producers, boom, the A&R, we started building a good solid rapport and just being intentional. That's another thing. People out there, be intentional with what you're doing. Like if you want to pursue whatever it is, like, of course it has to make sense, but be intentional. Like, hey man, like I have more than enough to offer y'all. Like I can do this, I can do that. Whatever y'all need me to do, I can do it and do it at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my brother Manchester, we started building a relationship. Man, we started going back and forth, and then next thing you know, I got the infamous direct message, and he was like, "Hey man, we wanna pursue, pursue you and go forward." And so I was like, "Yeah, let's get it." So I have a production deal. Now the cool thing is I'm non-exclusive, right? So I can still work with whoever I want because I have Tuff Tune. But what Death Row is doing, they're putting me in a position as a producer to say, "Hey man, we know you're dope. We know you're good. We have access to all of this big level, like high level of artists. Hey, put these, what we call like beat packs together to where it's like 15, 20 beats in a pack. We can get them to who we need to." So basically they're growing my, my relationships like organically opposed to just like me trying to reach Jay-Z or me trying to reach such and such. They like, okay, cool, man. You got the beats ready. That's an easy call. Hey, such and such, we got beats over here ready for you. You see what I'm saying? And and that's just the people on the outside. That's not including the people that's on Death Row as well. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it's just, it's them helping me grow this thing organically, so that's we just laying one brick at a time. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you build.
Yeah.
That's how you build.
So, and no, I haven't met Snoop yet. Everybody keep asking me, have I met, but that should be going around probably top of the year. You know what I'm saying? Top of the year. But it's I will say, man, it's just this journey has been crazy because I mean, I check my phone and I'm like in the like Death Row group chat, and it's just like I'm like, yo, this is.
Yeah, when am I gonna wake up?
So this is one group chat I will not silence. I will not mute.
Man. So shout out to everybody in there, man. Nice. My brother Manchester, my boy Mace, who's a really dope A&R/PR. Shout out to Loki Shmula. They have what's called like Death Row East. So low key, he's the first artist on the Death Row East. So he's from Brooklyn, New York. So not only are they taking over the West Coast, but they East Coast as well. Tonio Armani, who's what we call like a Southern soul artist. So you hear like all like the trail ride music and stuff like that. Yeah, Tonio Armani, he's on Death Row. Like I said, October London, man, Jane Hancock, who's a super dope R&B artist. So if you kind of like that Jill Scott kind of vibe, Jane Hancock, she's fire. And then we got some new artists who they bring, who I can't say right now, but they come into the label as well. So again, it's just a wide, just for any type of genre that you could think of, we hitting everybody. So yes, indeed.
Is there anybody in particular that you like have always wanted to work with when it comes to music? That I want to give them one of my beats.
Oh, Jay-Z, man, holla at me, man. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So it would definitely be Jay. I think if me and Erica was to get in the studio, we could make something dope. Erica Badu. And she from the city too. So you know what I'm saying? So that's on the bucket list. It'll happen.
I just want you to know how hard it's been for me to not like start singing the songs every time you say something like I was about to be like on and on.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you that earworm is just like
So I'll tell you a cool story too. Like in the midst of all of this, like so Manchester, like I said, he hit me up and we ended up, solidifying everything. And so once he puts me like in this group chat, my brother Mace, I call him my brother now because now I've gotten to know him and stuff like that. But he's like public relations / A&R as well. But he's like, he calls me one day. And he's like, hey, man, good morning, brother. He's real positive. Right? Hey, man, good morning, brother. Man, how you doing? Man, hope your day's going well. Like, his energy is just high. Yeah. So we having this conversation or whatever. And one of my boys, he's like next to me, but he's like kind of doing something off to the side. So I'm on the phone with Mace, and he's talking. So he was like, hey, man, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you do. Man, have a great day. And welcome to Death Row. I was like,
wow,
man, I've been waiting to hear those words since 1991.
Wow.
Guess what I did?
Oh, you just made me want to cry.
I know. I just got chills. I'm like, so proud of you.
No, I'm finna make y'all laugh. So I said, mind you, I got him on speakerphone. I said, hey man, hold on one second. I call my boy. I said, hey man, come here. So my boy comes over. Yeah. I said, hey Mace, okay, now what were you saying, bro? And guess what? He repeated everything. He's like, man, everything from the hey man, have an awesome day. And welcome to Death Row. My boy's like, so we all, man, we just tripping out, man. Like that was, and y'all, because y'all know the label and the brand, like those are the words, like that's just like music to your ears when you hear that. And so it just gave the level of just like, just made like a stamp, it's like a stamp of approval, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm part of the fam. So now, when they mentioned the Dr. Dre's and because Dre was he was the main producer over there, but like when in the future when they mention that they're gonna have to say E-Mak, you know what I'm saying? So we adding on to the legacy. So it's the new Death Row for sure, and the vibes and the energy.
How did E-Mak come about? And how did it stick? You know what
the
I mean?
name?
Yeah.
Oh man, well my real name is Elgin.
Well, I know Elgin.
Yeah. So and then last
and
name
McDonald.
is McDonald. So it's just E-Mak. Yeah. Kept it simple.
Yeah.
It's amazing to be able to sit here beside you to hear your story, your journey, and from experiencing, seeing you from how it started to where it's at and where it's going, where it's headed.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate
that's amazing.
Appreciate it, man.
So has your like goals shifted? Is like your mind just going and like, oh, I'm not gonna do this. I want to do this.
You know what? The goal, really and truly, it kind of like it basically it's like it kind of like a weight was kind of lifted off, because this is something that you've been wanting for so long,
yes, all your life.
Yeah, so it's like the weight has been lifted, but at the same time, it's like it showed me like, hey, it's possible. And two, hey man, all of the ideas from Hue Level to this brand that I have on my head right now, which stands for All Gas No Brakes. So this is gonna be like a street brand that we coming out with. But now it's like, hey man, now I'm able, and I'll be in position to be able to give birth to all of my ideas that I want, and I can do it comfortably, because now, we'll eventually have the capital to make it happen. I have the resources to make it happen. And at that point, man, the imagination can just run as wild as it wants. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the space that I'm in. So as far as Tuff Tune Productions, 2026, man, we finna go crazy. Yeah. We finna go crazy.
I had this one question in my mind. Like, how many songs have you produced? Is there a number that do you know that number of how many songs that you've actually?
I don't know the specific number. No. Okay, then let me.
Or roughly.
Right. So are you talking songs that actually came out, or just songs in general? Just
songs in general. And like, do you have a repertoire where you go like, you know what? Yeah. That's been sitting back there since 2010, oh, yeah. And I didn't do nothing with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that number over 5,000.
Man.
Over 5,000. Yeah. And that's like actual songs like that I recorded, you know what I'm saying, for people. Now, as far as like how many beats I've made, is well over 10,000.
Man.
Well over 10,000. Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of beats that don't have no vocals on them yet.
Right.
They just, but I would say over 10,000 for sure. Easy. Yeah.
So how many times have you, how should I ask this? Like, there's I don't know if I'm sure you've experienced this, especially with your mind going, you're just everything flowing, right?
Right.
How many times have you woken up in the middle of the night in your sleep? Because they say a rule is like, whenever you're thinking about something, if you go to bed thinking about something and it wakes you up, they normally say keep a notepad on your nightstand, write it down so you can go back to sleep. I'm sure there is no going back to sleep for you, right?
There is no going back to sleep with me. Thank God for voice notes. You know what I'm saying? I grab my phone in a heartbeat, boom, have a little melody or whatever, and then either I wake up the next day and do it, or sometimes I'll just get up right then and there and go. So I got like two setups, like I got like the big setup at the house, and then I have my small little mobile version that I normally take with me to like all the cigar lounges or whatever, and so I'm able to work wherever I'm at. But yeah, the ideas, they can just come. So, but I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me.
Because I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
It's hard. Sometimes it's kind of frustrating too, because as a creative, the brain is just constantly going. Yeah. It's just constantly going. I'm like, man, I'm out with my wife. I'm just trying to have a meal, but then I'll hear like something, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I need to. Hey, let me say this in my phone real quick. You know what I'm saying? And just say a little something or whatever, just to get the melody down or something like that, and then from there, just bring it home. And then just build that thing out, So
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's definitely a gift.
Yes,
I have come up with lyrics. I can't ever come up with a melody. I'm like, how do they do that? Like, I can come up with lyrics, but how is that gonna go? Like, so I can really say that is a gift.
Yeah, it really is, man. But it's funny because for some people it's actually the total opposite. They'll come up with the melody first, and believe it or not, that's an industry standard. Like some of the biggest artists, they'll just be bouncing around the studio and just some. And the next thing you know, every day I'm outside rolling with my people. And then you just start filling in the word. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about just a vibe. It's like, I know that's the end thing to say, but it really is about the vibration of the melody, and the melody will turn around and give you the words that you need to say. Yeah, it's the same thing like when you hear the beat. Like, if I make a beat and if I just play it for you, you gotta think you don't got no lyrics right then and there. The beat tells you what to write, because it tells you how you feeling.
It's giving you a feeling. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know a little something, man.
You know a lot. You know a whole lot of something. Not a little something. You know a whole lot of something. You're definitely sharing a lot with us, and thank you for sharing and being an open book for sure.
I can do this all day.
Is there anything else on the Death Row journey that we missed out on that you would like to share with us?
Nah, man. I think y'all Yeah. We caught up. We good.
We're caught up.
Just
All right.
2026, man.
Ready for the next.
Yeah, 2026, man. It's going down.
So in continuation, like you got the stamp, right? You got it. Death row. Hey, you've made it. You're on the team.
Yeah.
Where do you keep yourself grounded through this journey? Because let's keep it real. We're human, right? And from being a young kid to an adult,
To dad.
to dad, and just the whole journey within itself. Some people can take that, right, and just. I mean, it's obviously something you should be proud of. You need to be proud of it. We're proud of you, right? But how do you keep yourself grounded through that? Because it can really shift someone, it can make them grow a certain way. And you have the right to, because you earned it, right? I feel, I always tell someone, when someone earns a right, they've earned that. They have the right to feel that way, to speak that way, to walk that way, and all that stuff. But how... Tell us, how do you keep yourself grounded?
I would say, when it comes to like God's timing, I'm really big on that. And so it's like at my age right now, I'm 45 and I'm on death row. But imagine if I was 25 and on death row. It'd be hard. And I'm not saying I was wilding or nothing then, but the point is, it's easier for me to be grounded now at 45 than 25 because, like I said, man, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I got businesses and stuff like that, so I got a lot to lose. And so sometimes when you have a lot to lose, that's enough to keep you grounded. And hey, man, let's not go to the club tonight. Hey man, let's just kind of chill. Let's go to a little kickback, or now the energy in here is a little off. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? But with that mindset, time had to develop my mind. You know what I'm saying? So again, just kind of being aware of my surroundings, and being confident too, because like when you confident, you can be confident and not cocky, right? But in the midst of you being confident, especially when you find that balance will automatically keep you grounded, because just like as fast as it was given to you, it can be taken away. You know what I'm saying? So and then of course I would say the last piece is like just the people who I got around me, right? So like I said earlier, my circle, man, that's enough. Now I ain't gonna lie, my circle, because I think sometimes your circle, they'll like keep you too grounded. You know what I'm saying?
You're so right.
And like because of fear. Sometimes they instill fear that you didn't have.
Exactly.
But there's a difference between instilling fear and instilling wisdom. You got to take the wisdom, but you can't let the fear hold you down.
Exactly. And so I'll say my circle has a good balance of that, because sometimes you do gotta kind of pop it a little bit. When I say pop it, mean like you gotta kind of talk your ish a little bit, because God has not only has He put you in this position, but He wants you to be. He wants you to showcase like, hey man, that's one of mine right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't you gotta look like something, man. You gotta act like something. You got this talent, you got this gift. Act like it. Don't just be like, oh yeah, man, I make beats, or hey, I sing. It's like, nah, man, like, hey, bro, this is what I do. Yeah. Because even the Bible talks about that, right? Like operating out of excellence. You have to operate out of excellence. You have to carry yourself like excellence at all times. You know what I'm saying? So, my people, they give me that room to be like, yeah, bro, you can talk your ish a little bit, because not only has the work been put in, but the talent is there, and you're not only is the talent there, but you're turning around and you're giving other people an opportunity. So at that point, yeah, man, do your thing a little, you know what I'm saying? And I like, and not to cut you off, but like Snoop did that same thing when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right? He was like, hey, I'm thinking this person, I'm thinking that person. And he went down this whole list, and then after a while, he was like, yo, man, I want to thank me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm the one. And even though God put you in this position, but it's like, hey, I was the one like getting up when I didn't want to get up, doing things when I was sick, throwing up, about to dang near die. I'm showing up for everybody, giving out more yeses than nos, which is not good advice, by the way. But I take care of a lot of people. I'm responsible for people's families. I'm this and that. Hey, man, I want to thank me. And I'm here to tell you that's okay. It's fine, man. If anybody would make you feel bad for you saying, hey, man, I put in a lot of time and a lot of work, they don't need to be around you.
But there's a way to do that. And I still see the humbleness in you.
Yes. Yeah.
Not the prideful, because I
Right.
think that they can get that cross sometimes. You know, thank me, but be humble.
Be
with
humble.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
And not
That's
take
why I
it
said
to
it's a
another
balance.
level.
It's a balance that you have to have. And if you don't have that, and like I said earlier, I'm a Libra,
Yeah.
so I'm big on balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very, I weigh everything. You know what I'm saying? So everything from my confidence level to my humble level, like I weigh it and I make sure that I display the, you know, the proper amount. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Your circle is everything, man. And speaking of my circle, it's like I said, I have 2 other producers on a team. My wife handles my day-to-day stuff. My nephew, he's my videographer / graphic guy. My brother, he's a photographer. You know what I'm saying? So I got just everybody around me. It's not like I got people around me and I don't know these people and I'm just hiring them. Like, yo, this is my real life family. Yeah, you know,
people,
exactly. And then my guy, as far as my guys is concerned, who I just, you know, run with on the day, and these guys, they're talented within their own right. But again, we're more so friends than anything. Like I said, over 20, 25 years of friendship. These are guys who I talk to every single day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even with those guys, they keep me grounded. Shout out to the 6 brands. That's our squad, 6 brands. You know what I'm saying? And that name is because collectively everybody has a business and different, so it's like 6 brands,
brands.
like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm giving y'all ideas.
You got the mind rolling now.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, this is what happens when creatives get in the room, you know. So
sure.
you know, but yeah, shout out to the 6, man, for sure. Yeah.
So I know you spoke a little bit about God, but how has faith and spirituality played a part in everything that you do in your day to day and creative path?
I know it's cliche to say, but without that, I wouldn't even be in the position that I'm in. I rely heavily on my faith, because if I was to take things into my own hands, and man, I'd be a mess right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very good to have, to believe in something other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we need that, right? I always say we're like professional stumblers, right? Like we wake up every day and we're professional stumblers. And so when you're stumbling and fumbling through this thing called life, you have to have something to call on, something bigger than yourself, and say, hey man, I need you. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's, and I don't care what it is, it could be something small or big. The point is, man, you have to be able to have your faith in something. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Just believe in something outside of yourself. And so for me, that's always number one. That's always first. And kind of going back to what we were saying earlier too, with the whole like Christian hip hop thing, like Death Row, they have like 2 gospel albums out. I don't know if y'all knew that.
No, I didn't know
yeah.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have 2 gospel albums out. Matter of fact, one of them is dedicated to Snoop's mom, who passed away. But he was like, I want to make something that my mama can listen to. You know what I'm saying? She could never listen to like Doggy Style and, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff when he was on No Limit or whatever. And so he made an album, something that, you know, that she could listen to. You know what I'm saying? And so again, just now when you think of Death Row, you wouldn't even think of them releasing 2 gospel albums, right? You wouldn't even think that. But again, it just speaks to the energy that they have. And so again, that's why I have no problem saying that I'm a part of that, because the energy is completely different from what it was back in the 90s. So, yeah.
That's good.
It's good stuff. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
It is a big thing, you know, to being able, because sometimes we can get lost in our own journey, that we do have to have someone higher than ourselves to, you know, to speak to,
indeed.
have conversations with. I mean, a lot of us, you know, sometimes even just in prayer within itself.
Right.
You're like, how do you pray? It's just conversing.
Yeah, just conversing,
talking,
man.
Just
like,
converse, just let it out.
I give my wife a hard time. Well, I tell you that she gives me a hard time because, like, I'm like you. Like when I pray, I pray. So I'm the one that pray like at all the family functions or whatever. And so one day I just asked my wife, I was like, so when you pray, like, what does it sound like? So she was like, man, I just be talking. And but when she said it, she kind of like felt bad about it, and so I had to let her know. I was like, no, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to do. Sometimes, hey man, hey yo, it's me. It ain't always, oh Father God. Hey yo, hey big homie, I'm tapping in with you.
I'll be talking to him all day, every day.
You know what I'm saying? All the time. And that's just real. And so I had to let her know, like, don't change it up. Keep it, just keep it conversational. Of course, come from the heart, because he already know where you coming from anyway. And, get off what you need to get off. And then from there, leave it alone, because at that point it's in his hands. Like, he got it from there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to seek or do anything else. So, yeah.
No, that's good stuff. All right, so taking it back, bringing it back. We're bringing it back to the culture and the community. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what can, I guess being in community within itself, how has a DFW and NS community shaped you, right? For you to be able to rise. I mean, obviously it's a big part of what you do. Thanking you first, right? Thanking God, thanking you, right. Your family, your support. But what has the community? How has it shaped you? Man,
let me tell you, man. Like a kid born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then moving to a small town like Ennis, Texas. Of course, it was a culture shock, but living here, growing up here, this is where I made my bones at. So, like I said, it wasn't a lot here. So Ennis taught me a level of independence. It taught me, like, hey man, we're not the big city. You are gonna have to get up off your what and make it happen. And when you make it happen, help those right there in your community first. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And so, like I said, there were certain artists I ended up reaching out to, and just I could have easily called somebody from Dallas. I could have easily called somebody from Atlanta, LA. But I was like, man, I got homeboys right here in the E who are dope, who are really, really dope. So yeah, just growing up here, being around, the community, especially like junior high, high school, all of that, it just made me, you know what I'm saying? And so, and it does, even though it is a small town, but it's got a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of pride and a lot of talent. Yes. Man, it's like.
And you said it there, it's a matter of getting their mind out of the small town.
Exactly. It's like,
small town.
Yeah. It's like, we're here, but man,
mentality.
You have to think and dream big. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And so, I was able to instill that in a lot of people, and it's not just people in music, right? It's just whatever. I don't care what it is that you're doing. Like if you had any type of interaction with me, I've always been big on pouring into people. But all of that comes from me living here and growing up here, to where it's a small community, it's intimate. So, I'll leave here, and then let's say if I was still living here, but after we leave here, I might see you at the gas station tomorrow. I'd be like, yo, V, what up? Yeah. Hey man, the main focus is to remain focused. Like I'm always gonna pour into people no matter what. And I feel like growing up in a small town, it just made made me do that more, because I'm in close proximity with people. So yeah. And then of course ended up moving to Dallas, where things is, a bigger scale, bigger level. But guess what? The energy that I brought here, I carried it there. You know what I'm saying? And so I got a lot more ground to cover up there, but at the same time, it's still in me, right? It ain't like I can just turn it off. It's like, no, man, me being I got it tatted on me. Ennis, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't care where I go. You know what I'm saying? From the E to overseas or whatever, they're going to get the energy and they're going to know, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from and what I represent. You know what I'm saying? But still, shout out to Minneapolis and Minnesota, man.
So will you be staying in DFW or...
Yeah, man, the cost of living is cheaper.
I'm like, are they going to bring a death row to Dallas, Texas?
You know what? That's possible.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. That's possible. Because so the beauty of that, though, of like what I do is music production. So I can work from the comfort of my own home, right? I can do whatever I need to do, send over the files, and boom, we call it a day. So if you do see me out in LA or something like that, at that point, I may be out there working, but for the most part, they like, hey man, we got this event going on and we want you to pop out, or hey, Snoop is doing a tour here, man. He just want to bring you on stage. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, but as further as like the initial work that needs to be done, I can do that right there in Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dallas, man, because Dallas has some, man, when I say crazy producers, man, and these are guys who actually like won Grammys and gold and platinum, you name it, they've done it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about the Dallas producer scene, like it speaks to what we was talking about earlier, like being humble, you know what I'm saying? I think some of them can be just like a little too humble. And the reason why, and I want to clarify that, is because sometimes you can be so humble to where you get lost in the room and you're not even, you see what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't got to be the biggest and the loudest, but you do have to say, hey man, I'm here. I'm here. Not screaming. I ain't got on the fur coat and this, hey bro, but I'm in the room. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that I say. If you're gonna be in the room, be in the room. You know what I'm saying? And so I really want to see a lot more Dallas producers kind of stand up a little bit more and just say, hey man, you know, hey, that big Jay-Z song or whoever, hey, I produced that, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a brother
Take credit for what
just
you
for
did.
what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a brother right here in Ennis, dude by the name of Chris Keys. He won a Grammy with Chris Brown.
Really?
Y'all didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
That's what I'm saying?
I didn't
I'm
even
like,
know.
the name sounds familiar.
Yeah. And he's a McDade. That's the last name. He's a McDade.
Chris McDade.
No. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. He go by Chris Keys. Yeah, he goes by Chris Keys.
Why do I know that?
But the thing is, like, once I got wind of it, I had reached out to him and I was trying to get in contact with him like crazy, and I wasn't hearing nothing back. And then he finally hit me back about a week ago, and I was like, "Hey man, you from the E?" He was like yeah. And then I started telling him, like, "Yeah man, I know all your people. I went to school with this person." Da, 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 da. I said, "Man, so I said, you know, I'm on death row now." And he was like, oh, "Yeah man, congratulations." Da, 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 da. And we start kind of going back and forth, and I was just letting him know, like, "Hey bro, at this point, there's no reason that we ain't working together, and two, there's no reason that the city of Ennis, Texas, I'm calling you out, the city of Ennis, Texas needs to highlight that. Whatever we doing, they need to highlight that.
They do.
That man won a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? I just got signed to Death Row, and I've been on stuff where I'm Grammy considerate as well too. You know what I'm saying? But the heights that we're achieving, like, I feel like that needs to be. There's no reason that's just flying under the radar. This is big stuff. Who you know won a Grammy?
Right.
I don't personally. No.
Yeah. Who you know been nominated?
I mean, Tejano.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes. I mean,
like,
but not.
No, I'm saying
personally. I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Personally, you know, like,
and not from here.
Yeah, like everybody. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
From Ennis, Texas. Yes, from Ennis, Texas.
No.
Ennis, Texas. ENNIS. Ennis, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, like in 2026, trust me, I'm gonna make sure. I'm going to make sure that any and everything that's coming out of this city is gonna be highlighted, and it's got to be highlighted here first.
We need to take it back to Friday Night Light game under the bleachers. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on some nostalgia type vibes. Like, we got to take that. We got to take it back and let it be known. Like, yo, man, like, it's some really dope.
Yeah, because sometimes there was some negative stuff. It's always the negative stuff out of Ennis, Texas that gets highlighted.
Yeah.
Or negative, or the people that don't deserve the highlight.
Exactly.
Yeah. We need that positivity.
So,
we need
sure.
that. We definitely
and that's
bring
exactly what we wanted to create too.
Yeah.
You know, yes, I mean, I don't live here in Ennis anymore, but I'm still part of Ennis.
Yeah.
It was a big part of my life. You know, and so when we created the podcast, we're like, you know what, we want to be a light. We want to, you know, light up the room, light up with whoever we speak to, or if it's just us speaking. Like, we want to be able to, if our theory is, if we can just help one person, make a difference,
absolutely,
in their life, and that's what we're doing. You know,
so y'all might have to get Chris Keys up here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have him reach out to y'all.
Yes,
yeah, I have him reach out to y'all, man. So.
We want to hear stories. I mean, because the thing is about us being able to utilize the platform, but we want to hear other people's stories or journeys. You know, what's keeping you pushing and going, because everyone has that. Yes. Everyone has days. They have some really great days and they have some really bad days. And unfortunately, it's sad to say that some people have some very dark days.
Come on now.
But we got to be able to shed light into their darkness and being able to let them know that someone is here that may be feeling just the way that you were feeling.
Yes.
That has had inspiration, has had goals and you know, has been inspired by many, but to actually be following through, you know, with what it is that your vision, what your goals and what you've been inspired with, and the passion and desires that are filled within you to keep it going.
Yeah, man, because it you know, it just shows that it's possible, man. Like, y'all be surprised if I was just to show y'all my DMs like, especially after this whole, now, mind you, people have always gave me my props or whatever, but like the Death Row thing, it's like I just hit another gear, right? And so it just showed people, it showed people that manifestation is real. 2, it showed people to be intentional. And 3, simple as this, it just showed people that it's possible. Like that's like some stuff feels like it's so out of reach when really it's not.
It's not. You just got to put the work in.
Man, look, it's
don't give up.
It's dang near like a superpower. You know what I'm saying? Like you be surprised at the things that you can manifest. Like this with this. This was just an idea at one point, but now look, it's tangible. Y'all got mics and equipment and lights and stuff like that when it was just right here in your head at first. So again, it just show people that anything, I don't care what level that it's on, but it's possible, man. And you can do it without compromising who you are, selling your soul, losing your faith. You can do it all without doing none of that.
I love that positive energy that you have, and you've throughout the whole session. I mean, you've just spoke nothing but positivity.
Absolutely.
And
I'm big on
that. But that's always been him, even in the end of the days, like in the hallways in the high school. I mean, you had people that followed you, and I mean, because you just exuded that, and with your style, like I remember. I mean, I can close my eyes and I can see it. I told Jen, I said, should I wear my Timberlands?
You know what I'm saying?
She did. I'm gonna pull out my Timberlands. I was like, okay,
I'm gonna bring that E-Mak style back out. You know.
But you know that a lot of that speak to my family from here, right? So shout out to the English family and shout out to the McDonald family. Like, you know, one thing about our family is, you know, our face card is good. You know, no matter where we go. And again, we lead with love. We carry positivity. You know what I'm saying? We demand respect because we give it. And so, you know, that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to try to exude some sort of positivity and just good vibes and good energy. Because who want to be around the you know,
and what I was getting is you have a message with everything that you've done so far. Like there's messages all in there.
Yeah. Hence to like I said in my head, all gas, no brakes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a mentality, man. Like, man, go. Yeah. Go. Full throttle. Don't, like I said, don't think, don't wait until you got everything. Go.
I'm gonna need to buy some of those hats for
I know,
for our team members.
Yeah.
I'll be like, listen, our rookie team members, I'm gonna need you to come in here with all gas, no brakes. Okay, can you do that? Yes. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So this will be dropping like summer of 2026.
What else? What else you got planned for 2026? Any?
Man, yeah. So in March, let me see. I want to say it's going to be around St. Patrick's Day weekend. Death Row is actually doing a just like a celebration for me. So they'll be flying in here. So we're going to probably do it at one of like the big like cigar lounges in Dallas. Ennis, we do need our own cigar lounge. We'll probably make that happen eventually. But no, they want to come in and do that. So we're going to have the food trucks. We're going to have merch. We're going to, because what I'm doing is, even though they want to celebrate me, but I'm like, hey, yeah, when y'all come here, you'll be able to see, again, like the other community that I'm a part of. You see what I'm saying? And so again, I get that whole cross branding thing. Right. And so, but yeah, they called me the other day and it was like, hey man, like we see that you have a strong following out there, so we want to come out there and we want to celebrate you. So I'll definitely make sure y'all get an invite. You know what I'm saying? So when you come,
it's my birthday month.
Hey, March 8th. Okay, March 8th. Okay, man, yeah. So you definitely got to be in the building. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. As far as these events is concerned, and then right now in California, they're trying to get something to where, I guess, we don't officially have a title for it yet, but it's kind of like Beats on the Boat. So basically, we'll actually be on a boat. We'll invite some artists, and you'll be able to like record. Right, you know. But you'll actually be able to come. It'll be myself and like maybe 3 or 4 other producers, some engineers and stuff like that. And so we cooking up, you know what I'm saying, right there on the spot, Beats on the Boat. Now you got to think you on the water, sunset, the whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on there just catching the vibe. And like, let's say, you know, you're a singer, you might just walk by, you see the booth, you're like, hey, y'all need to get in there and do something. And boom. And so, and it's just a good way to kind of start some records. And then from there, now me and you done built a relationship and you say, hey, I really like that beat. Hey, how much is it? I want to, you know, do a full song to it and make it my first single. Now at this point, boom, we have a connection, you know. So that, and my boy Manchester, shout out to him because that was his idea. So you know, hopefully we'll make that happen. And that's gonna be the main focus. And of locking down like what I call like the sync licensing things. So like I said, TV, commercial, stuff like that, movie scoring. So that's what we want to do. And of course, these beat packs, they gonna go. You know what I'm saying? These beats is going crazy. So yeah.
So how does anybody, if somebody is wanting to get into the music industry or they've got, I mean, how do they reach out to you?
Man, social media, that's my business card. I'll tell you. You'd be surprised of how many people I've met who say that I sing, I rap. Yeah. Like, okay, cool.
I bet.
Yeah, hey, bro, what's your IG? Oh, I don't got that. Gotta have it, man. And then for those that do have it, when I go on there, I see you doing everything except for what you told me you was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but no, you can find me on social media, E-Mak's World. E-Mak's World on all social media. Tuff Tune Prod on all social media as well. And of course, y'all already know DeathRow.com, Death Row Records, y'all just Google Death Row. You already know what it is. Oh, yeah. So yeah, E-Mak's World, Tuff Tune Prod. And yeah, we here, man. Shout out to the E.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you too.
And shout out to Jenn.
And thank you. Yes. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. Like, we feel kind of special. I mean, we're kind of special.
Hey, yo.
Because it's what, 2 weeks in?
Yes. Yeah,
2 weeks in.
2 weeks in. Y'all are the second podcast, but y'all are the first in Ennis.
Yes.
Who I gave this information to actually have to sit down, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all kind of a big deal.
Well, we thank you. And again, so very proud of you, proud of, your journey, proud of, your family. I mean, and shout out, to your wife. Like, it's a book that I read a long time ago. It's called Think and Grow Rich. And in there, it talked about behind every strong man is an amazing woman.
Right.
And so, so shout out to her.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mo. What's happening? That's the boss. That's the boss.
Shout out. And that's, it's a beautiful thing to be able to hear the stories and giving one something to look up to, to be able to have an amazing bond and relationship where you're being able to build together, grow together.
Sure. So yeah, man.
So we look forward to seeing what you're gonna come out with in the next year, and then we're gonna invite you back so you can tell us everything that's going on.
Yeah. I got y'all.
And when you get to meet Snoop, you tell him there's a V from Ennis, Texas. Her name is Vanica. Her first concert she ever went to was in 2004. Project Revolution was the first time I experienced secondhand, what is it? Contact high. Contact high.
Wow.
It was so funny. Yes, I was like, oh my god, that is a crazy story. I tell that to all my team members. When they're always trying to get to know a little bit about me, and I was trying to make them laugh. And you hear people's stories, and I'm like, hey, I'm not against anyone that smokes, but I've gotten high before, but it wasn't in me smoking. Direct, it was on contact. And it was at Project Revolution tour in 2004, and it was my boy Snoop Dogg.
So now I got to add you to the list of people who told me to tell Snoop something.
Yeah. See, I knew you had a list, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, I bet.
In the holidays, the Snoop on the shelf.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. When you were talking about it, I was like, man. Everybody needs to get that Snoop on the shelf.
You got to get it, man. He has some really cool, like, just Christmas stuff. They got the Death Row Christmas sweaters and the. You name it. They got the whole Christmas collection out. So yeah, DeathRowRecords.com. Man, they got it. They got it all, man.
Yeah.
So.
Very proud of you, man. Seriously, keep it going, keep it
Congratulations.
moving. Look forward to all the business ventures, that are set out to be along the way, and just keep going.
Yes, indeed.
Keep
Any
going.
last words?
Yes.
Man, welcome to Death Row.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Until next time, because there will be a next.